What's going on, everybody? Today we have got my final best skins in FM24 list. We're going to be going over 7 of them. I also have an honorable mention that I was actually sent the skin by the creator themselves, so we will be kind of highlighting that really quickly as well. But these are going to be kind of my ultimate skins, my favorite skins throughout the year of FM24. They're all absolutely fantastic and kind of fit whatever you might be looking for. If you're looking something for super fancy, there's that. If you're looking for super simple, we also have that. Or even attributeless, we have that too, and you probably already know which skin that's going to be. But that is what we've got here in today's video. I'll be linking all the skins down below in the description. You will have the link down there to be able to download them, as well as I'll also be linking just to the skins page over at FM Scout, so you guys can check out all the skins made in the FM community. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into things. Alright, so the first skin is our honorable mention skin. It is the Believe XM skin. This is the one that was sent to me by the creator themselves. And this skin, I kind of relate it to the mix skin a little bit. It's a conglomeration of a lot of different things from different skins in the FM community, to where it kind of makes like one best of everything type skin. It is very clean, very sleek. I love the club info page. That is one of the main things that I look at. Does my club info look good? I need the kits to look on point. I need the stadium there. I need info that I'm currently blocking right now, and I'll move myself to where I can see the transfer budget and whatnot, as well as facilities. So you kind of got the best of everything. One thing that I absolutely love is the news page, which I know that this is from the Just skin for sure because of how it's set up, but I love that I can literally just go to Africa and see kind of what's going on, or I can go to Asia, see what's going on there. It makes it really easy to go to the nations and be able to then scout their youth setups when they are in youth tournaments. It's a very, very easy thing to do with that. But then another thing that I really like is that on the social feed, it's Twitter, which is pretty cool. Nice little addition, but it's pretty nice. And then one thing that I did notice is in the player profile screen, if you go to the player profile screen, this probably already looks pretty familiar to everybody. And then as soon as you go to the analysis screen, it does look pretty familiar. It is the WTCS one, and it is super nice. Like I'm saying, this skin is kind of like the mix skin. It gives you a kind of best of everything, or kind of best of what the creator themselves likes, and I kind of like that, to where they're trying to obviously dabble into the world of doing FM skins, but also make it just a very simple skin to use. Nothing too crazy. I also like the images over here. That's a nice little touch too. But now we're moving into the official top 7 here. And the first one is the cleanest skin out of all of them. The most simplistic, I feel, and that is the Tato skin. The Tato skin is very clean, very simplistic. It is everything you need in one spot when it comes to the club info page. Because if you are wanting to kind of see your fixtures coming up, if you're wanting to see the club history or your facilities, or even down here where I'm currently blocking it, you can see the transfer budget and all that stuff. But overall, this is a skin that it just does everything right, and it's not too, I guess the best way to put it is extra. And a perfect way to kind of like just drill that home is the tactic screen. A lot of the tactic screens now have like these color coordinated, or you'll have like feet up here for weak foot and whatnot, or you'll have like pie charts and stuff on it. It's simple. It's nothing too crazy, and it's everything that you need in one spot. And it even is backed up when you are looking at the player info screen. Once again, everything that you kind of need in one spot, and it's super simple. It's nothing crazy. And there are little quirks that it adds in as well. Like if you go to the home page, you can see your squad depth in all positions, which is a very nice feature to have. But it just makes everything super nice, clean, nothing extra, which a lot of people really like that. They like simplicity. Less is more. However, usually less is less, more is more, but in this sense, less is more, because you get everything that you need, and it's nothing too crazy. But now we're moving on to the next skin, and this is essentially the exact opposite of the Tato skin. Tato skin is simplicity. It is clean, smooth, nothing too extra. And now we're here with the Andromeda skin, where there is a lot. There is a lot, but it looks good, and I love the look of it. It is very retro for me as well. I don't know why I get that feel. I say it about the skin every time. I just get a retro feel. I don't know if it is the fonts or the colors and how things look. I just get a retro feel with it, and I like the look of it. It's got interchangeability with the stadium, with where the location is as well. If you have kind of like, I think it's city packs, that is where the photo will go. But you also get interchangeability here where it changes like up attributes and the names and whatnot and what it currently shows there. It is very nice and simple. It is, well, not necessarily simple. Like, it looks simple, but it is extra. You get more with the Andromeda skin. And this is where you start to get the more with the tactics screen as well, where you still have, as you just saw, the interchangeability where it switches from player faces to the jerseys, but you also have kind of a rating scale on how good they are at the roles that they are currently in. Like, the star is perfect, and then you have a number rating, which I'm guessing will go 1 through 10, but you also have color coordinated rules over here on the side, which you then see replicated on the screen here. You've also got kind of like a past meeting right here with the club. You have kind of everything that you need essentially on this tactics screen right now. And then you get to the player info screen, which looks very nice. It also, one thing that I do wish that was kind of changed overall for the skin, which I'm pretty sure you can change yourself, is the attribute colors, because the blue is kind of difficult to see, but if you can change it, definitely go ahead, and then it's a-okay, hunky-dory, everything's fine. But I mean, overall, it looks good. It looks it's presented very, very well. And this is why the Andromeda skin has been one of my top skins all year round. Once I really started looking into it and using it more, it looks very good, especially if you're doing a retro save. The Andromeda skin, I feel, is like one of the perfect skins to use for it, because you just get that retro feel. And you also get a lot of info, especially if you're on the home screen. You've kind of got a basic overview right here on the first home panel, but then you've got a lot more in-depth info right here, especially with your squad comparison, which a majority of the time that is kind of a difficult screen to find, but you have it right here on your home panel. You go to home panel 3 and you got a very kind of in-depth look at your squad, potential training things that you want to switch up as well. And then you get here and it's kind of just like an overview of, right, here are some jobs that are available. So it is very clean, nice, and I like it a lot. But now we're moving from one good looking skin to another one, and this is the Just skin. The Just skin I absolutely love. It is very, very good, and it once again looks so good. It is presented very well. Once again, got that interchangeability up here between the stadium photo and then the city photo if you have the city packs installed. But I mean, the club info screen looks absolutely fantastic. One thing that I love about the Just skin is the news screen, which I had talked about earlier on with the honorable mention skin. This allows you to kind of, if you're doing a building a nation save or a youth to gold save and you're wanting to find those just young stars from around the world, this is a very easy place to find them, because if you want some young gems from Nigeria, Senegal, or the Ivory Coast, you come here, and it is very simple because you can just pull down the nation's rankings, go to them, look at their squads, and then scout them and keep on moving on. You can do that with each continent out there. It's very, very nice. A lovely addition to any skin. When it comes to the tactics, I think once again, very, very well presented, very clean as well. I like that the substitutes are down here at the bottom of the screen. I'm currently blocking some of them, but they are down here at the bottom of the screen. The color coordination as well is different from a lot of others. This kind of blends more so the blues, pinks, and purples, where a lot of them it's usually like you got blue, green, red, gold, orange, whatever. It looks nice. It's very simple and it's nothing too crazy, and it's also a little bit different, which when things are a little bit different, it is nice. But then you pull up a player profile page, and once again, you have essentially everything that you could possibly be looking for. It is very nice. And another page that you can pull up essentially anything you're looking for will be the home screen. So this is kind of general overview right here. You got your league tables and you got available jobs, team comparison, basic type stuff. Then we get to match and team analysis. This is super in-depth and super amazing. I absolutely love it. It is a great addition, but you also have your next opponent, so you get reports, your last match, stat bomb, which is a fantastic addition. I know that there are a couple of skins that have this in it, and I love it. You got your assistant reports, comparisons right here, club atmosphere, so that you don't have to go to the vision and all that. Like, it saves time on you having to go to a bunch of these tabs over here on the left side, and you just go to the home page and everything is right here. So like financially speaking, if I want to look at finances instead of going to finances, I'm already on the home screen. I can go right here because it's already a tab. Same with scouting or the squad planner. Everything is right here, and it is pretty nice, and overall is super clean. And another thing that I like, being that I also do international management in a couple of my saves, especially the one that I've been doing, Journeyman over on Twitch, is I manage the Japanese national team, and it even looks good with the Japanese national team. So that is always an added perk. If the skin looks good with an international management side, then it is a pretty darn good skin. Now moving on, we have, in my opinion, one of the kind of OG skins of the FM community. It was one of the first skins that I ever ended up looking into using, actually, and it's still very good to this day. It is the OPZ Elite skin. This is the 2023 version, and it looks so good. It's another skin that you could get away with saying it can kind of look a bit retro as well, kind of like the Andromeda skin, but this it looks so darn nice, and I absolutely love just how simple it is. And although it does look pretty extra, it is very simple. Perfect example is the tactic screen right here. It has some extra to it, such as the pitch actually having a texture to it, but then you look at the rest and it's like, okay, we got the color coordination, and then everything just looks super simple. Nothing too crazy. It just works. And this is another skin when it comes to the player profile screen. The attributes will be in different colors. Pretty sure you can change it, but this is a color combination I don't really mind. It's actually okay. But another thing that I really like in skins is these archetypes for players and whatnot. I think that it is just a pretty cool added thing to the game. Now, the Mustman skin also does this as well that I know of, and it is pretty awesome. But I will say this one might not be totally accurate on Radu Degushin, being that he is a center back, but it's saying he is a box crasher midfielder, so maybe I'm just playing him in the wrong area. Player profile looks absolutely fantastic, but then you get to the home screen, and this is another skin that has something that I really like, and that is the stat bomb report. If the skin has a stat bomb report, it makes things very, very simple, because then you don't have to go to the data hub and then kind of look for everything there. You can just come here and it's already here. It's very, very nice. But overall, OPZ Elite skin, definitely a great option out there for anyone looking for a new FM24 skin. And now we move on to one of the most unique skins out there. It is an attributeless skin. It is the Mustman skin. The Mustman skin is absolutely fantastic, especially for anyone doing a Moneyball save. Now, one of the skins that I have already highlighted in today's video also has an attributeless version. That is the Just skin. That has an attributeless version as well. But the Mustman skin just does everything in such a unique way. It's amazing. Absolutely love the club profile screen. It's presented like a club website almost. When you get to the tactics, instead of it being normal and on the left, it's now over on the right. It's just a nice little change of pace of things. You also got these little circles representing your little players out there, and then you got these little nubs acting as feet. and whichever one is highlighted, as you can see the gold right here or the gold up here, that is their stronger foot, which is pretty cool to see. It's a nice little addition. But like I was just mentioning earlier with the player archetypes, this skin has those player archetypes, and as we can see here, Tower Dibbling is a wide threat for us. I absolutely love that. It's very cool. And if I really want to get down to the nitty gritty with things, with Moneyball type stuff, I can look and see, all right, how are my players performing compared to other players around the league or even around the world? And you don't really know what the attributes are. I can tell that Tower Dibbling is a fantastic dribbler and has great acceleration and is pretty solid in other areas, but I don't exactly know what those attributes are. And this little cog up here also allows for you to have different representations of the data. Now, my favorite is the pizza chart. You also have a stat version as well. You got a form. You also have the pastry one right here, which is I've always thought that's like the most interesting version of it, but I really like the pizza version. And then there is also the data hub right here as well. But that pizza version, that one is the best in my opinion. And what's great with those archetypes is that it also has the archetypes for your manager. So as your manager is developing, especially if you're doing a journeyman like I've been doing, you grow into archetypes as well. So you have a couple for the manager, you got multiple for the players. It's pretty cool to have. But then on the news screen, this is always one of the cooler things that I like to highlight with the Mustman skin is the news screen. You get the news for your save and like what's kind of going on around the world within it, especially if it pertains to managers right here or to players. But then he also is nice enough to shout out some of the content creators that he likes within the FM community, such as the Deep Lion Playmaker. We got FM Stag here as well, FM Llama, and the great work that he does. It is very cool to see someone within the FM community obviously make a skin for the community, but then showcase the community within their own skin. It's pretty dope. But if you're looking for a Moneyball skin or something that's just a bit different, or even a skin to make your save a little bit more challenging so you don't know what attributes the players have number-wise, then the Mustman skin is definitely one you need to try out. Up next, we have got the WTCS skin, probably the most popular skin out there. It is very clean, very simple, nothing too crazy. It just looks good. And it has been a skin that I've used quite a bit this year as well. One of the main reasons for using this skin, for me personally, is the tactic screen. Super simple, right? Very simple presentation of the tactic screen. But if I go ahead and click there, boom, you get a pop out. We don't really have that with many other skins. It is very, very nice. I absolutely love that addition because I can see not only the instructions that I have on that role, but it highlights the attributes for this role. Also shows me player traits and even statistics down here, which I'm pretty sure I'm blacking right now, but I'll move myself out of the way currently. For kind of over the last 20 matches, what areas of the pitch has the player played in it, and how have they performed in those roles? There we go. But it is a very nice skin. Absolutely love it. And on the player profile screen, not only is it presented super clean like, but if you go to the analysis, boom, here you go. You have kind of a Moneyball representation here if you wish to kind of dive into all this stuff as well. You got the pizza chart, the pastry chart, as well as a bar graph that is very nice to kind of just be able to look over things with. But overall, this skin is probably one of the more simple ones like the Tato skin, but it does have those little additions to it that it's just like, these are really nice to have in a simplistic type of skin. Now, this leads us to the last skin on today's list, and it's the skin that has kind of taken over every save that I now play. It is the SAS25 final skin. It is so good. Absolutely love it. It is a skin that has really grown on me throughout the year. I've used countless different ones, but this one, it does everything I needed to do, and it has everything that I needed to have as well. When looking at the club info screen, looks super nice. There's a lot there, but I mean, with how busy my brain is, I can't speak because how busy my brain is. it is very easy for me to kind of look over everything and comprehend everything. And one thing that I do like is if I click on the kits right here, it pops it up even bigger right here so I can actually see the kits of my club. Just a nice little addition right there. But when looking at the tactics screen, kind of like the OPZ Elite skin, there is a texture to the pitch right here in the tactics screen. You got the color coordination of everything. You got color coordinated feet for weak foot and strong foot as well. But then if we go and look at a player in depth, this is exactly what I want to have when I am looking at everything. I'll move myself out of the way in the bottom right now because I can block what's at the bottom left. Having the pizza chart up immediately on the player profile screen with everything else that I need to be able to see, for me personally, it is absolutely fantastic. It works for if you want to do a money ball save. It works for if you're not doing a money ball save. It works for if you are just a number nerd and you want all the numbers possible, not only down here with the pizza chart, but even here to where you are seeing kind of the individual numbers for attacking if he's in the midfield, defensively as well. It is absolutely fantastic. Another thing that I like, and it's just a simple thing to add in for customization essentially, is on the news page when you're looking at the news for everything in your FM world, you have different options for what kind of news outlet it's from. This is from Football 365, you got Eurosport, you got Fox Sports, you got Bola, Sky, the BBC, you have everything that you could possibly think of, really, or at least the more popular ones, I would say. But then we get to the home page, and this is once again a customizable page, just like a majority of pages are, but you have the stat bomb essentially on this skin as well, which it's just the data hub. But you also have kind of a next opponent thing coming up, last match, assistant, comparisons as well if you need to find them. You got your overview. You got just anything that you might need. And this is another skin that with international management, if it wants to load, it looks kind of simple, but I get all of the info that I need, even though Data Hub doesn't want to work currently. But I get all of the info that I could possibly need. And if I go to the club info screen, if I had the images loaded in for that, then it would be there. But it looks just as good with an international side as it does with a club. And another thing that I like with this skin that a couple of them have, I know the WTCS definitely has it, but this skin has it, is the bookmarks. If I need to bookmark a certain page and you don't have it like with the Just skin where you can go to Africa, Asia, like on that website type thing that they have, but you just pin it here at bookmarks, that is going to make your life a whole lot easier instead of having to try and actually find it. But overall, the SAS25 Final, that is my favorite skin within FM24 this year. So there we have it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Once again, I'll be linking all the skins down below in the description for you guys to give a go yourselves. Let me know down in the comments below what your favorite skin has been this year and which ones you have used overall as well. But with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button. Right now on screen will be popping up some of my more recent videos here on the channel for you guys to check out, so definitely feel free to do so. But until next time, everybody, have a good one. Bye-bye.